for being here today, sir. So, as you've recently ventured into technology, your recent venture icons demonstrates your passion and interest in the emerging technologies like NFT and metaverse. So, how do you think these technologies will transform the experience of content creation and change it from how it is today?
Firstly, hello, good evening. And sorry about this chair confusion. I'm a big guy and there was a chair which was almost going to be broken. So icons, NFT, blockchain. Well, this has been on our list probably from 2009, where we were first trying to organize a very unorganized segment, which is syndicating films for OTT, for television, for others, which was still a very basic format, although we have like 9 industries in India doing that. So it started from there. So we were in the blockchain world trying to create an aggregator for this content. And then it turned out we could much faster build NFTs and make our way selves into the metaverse. And that's when Icons was born. And yes, so this is really our first step into the future. We've parked all assets of Suresh Productions, all assets of Amar Chitrakatha, Tinkle, everything that's legendary in its own right is now parked there to enter the Web 3.0.
So, sir, a large percent of India's youth today usually is very underemployed or unemployed. So, and also a large percent of that youth suffers from a lot of mental health issues like anxiety, stress, and depression. A lot of unlimited content libraries like the metaverse are great escapes from reality and a place to, get away. But are you scared of the fact that at some point, like, the youth of our country may choose to live in a virtual reality over the real world?
Okay, now that's a pretty loaded question. You asked me about unemployment, you asked me about mental illness, you asked me about how we will live virtually in the metaverse. So it's a loaded one, but there's oddly something that connects all of this. First, with stating the employment issue of why there's so many people underemployed or unemployed, right? It's now we kind of start understanding that the older education system that applied for many years doesn't apply anymore. It's newer skill-based training. It's more accurate, more specialized skills that will get you a job and not anything else. So it's also the time really who employs people. Entrepreneurs employ people. So it's the more entrepreneurs we can breed in the country, we can create more and more platforms for them. That's when the employment issue will kind of be sorted. It's not politics that gives you jobs, it's entrepreneurs that give jobs. So that's, I think, if that myth's kind of clear, then that part is sorted. Well, are we going to spend time in the metaverse? Are we going to virtually live beyond living today? Well, we do live in the metaverse of sorts, but it's 2D right now. Whether you order food, whether you're going shopping online, all of that is still engaged in the internet. So you live some part of your life on the internet. And very few of us remember how life was before the internet happened to us, right? So just the way we've transitioned from how we were pre-internet, it will be another evolution which is not 2D anymore, it's 3D. So the things that you will do, the way you interact will be very, very different. See, today we're really on the brim of all of this. It's like the beginning of it all. So hence, anybody who's building metaverses, who's in that idea is only using it based on their application. The minute a larger population starts using it, there will be many, many different uses. And I think blockchain is really out there to disrupt every single industry, whether it's hospitality, whether it's legal, whether it's finance. You will see blockchain being an application across these.
Thank you, sir. Hi.
Hello.
One more question for you. Maybe a hard one. No? Yes.
I'll decide if it's hard after.
I took your chair, so. A hard truth is, due to technology, creativity or the creation of, imagination is always driven by what it's influenced by data. What works, what not works. What is your take on that? Does it limit our inspiration? Does it limit our imagination? Does it limit our creativity?
No amount of data is less. The fact that we're able to create more and more is because we are exposed to more, we are inspired from more. And that is driven by data. So the more information we have about anything, we're able to create stuff faster. So I'm a big fan of data, and I think one should follow it to understand why we are here and why we are doing what we're doing right now, and there's data to back it to getting here, right?
But doesn't that mean that creativity is being hindered by the data? If
Not really, right? See, I'm saying a creator will not stop at any given point. That's what a creator does. He uses this data to create something which is beyond what has been created so far. So if you're a true creator, data is only going to power you much more.
Very true. So, what are your 3 tech-related predictions for the future when it comes to metaverse, NFT, cryptocurrency? What do you think? Predictions.
I just look at the entire lens from a media and entertainment point of view. So whatever a mega trend is or an emerging trend is, only if it fits in our cycle of storytelling and entertainment is when I am part of it or I can comment well about it. But I can tell you the mega trend in this world of metaverse and blockchain will become NFT and crypto gaming, where it's just kind of touched the iceberg in terms of how you start trading stuff, how you start building it in the new economy. So I think that will be a large trend one must follow.
Did you guys take a note? I asked you a question. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
So, sir, my next question to you is, film stars in South India, especially figures like you, are treated and given status equal to gods. So, how do you think you can leverage that presence you have to make advances and promote positive behaviors in the area of technology, environment conservation, and women empowerment?
You have lots of multi-layered questions. I like it, but see why certain stars have that influence. Okay, at least in the south where I'm from, I can speak of is any cause that was done beyond their stardom was always championed by a megastar in some form or the other. If it was injustice to people, there were people from the entertainment world that fought politics, became chief ministers, and went into that direction. If there was emergency needs of blood, of things that are needed quickly, there were actors who've created that ecosystem and trust within that group, which is why that influence has lasted much longer than the cause and effect of a film. And I think everyone who is influential in that form today will fight for whatever their cause is. And I think there's a bunch of things you spoke about. You spoke about women empowerment. You spoke about, you asked me about 3 or 4 environmental conversation. I'm saying whatever the individual will resonate with is what they will probably use their influence to give out.
True, because with great power comes great responsibility. So, sir, like 2 of our last questions was, do you think that data limits creativity? And also, because of the power you have, where do you think as a producer and also as an actor, you create the balance between socially responsible films or also box office hits? Like, where do you think you create that balance to get in both?
We're just trying to tell stories. It's after that story comes out is whether it's decided if it's box office, whether it's socially relevant or not. But a storyteller is just telling a story. And whatever influences or social responsibility there is, that's the job of the government to say this is right. It's not the job of a filmmaker.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
That
you.
was really insightful.